Yes, I'm ready.
For a big surprise.
For a big surprise.
There's so much to see and do now in a funky forest paradise. In a treehouse.
In a treehouse.
Do it upright.
Do it upright.
We can paint and build and decorate and fill it up with our delight. Are you ready to explore a treehouse? Are you ready for a swinging time? There's a lot to do now to the forest crew. You won't believe your eyes. The adventure's up to you. Are you ready? Yes, I think we're ready now. I think we're ready right now.
Let's get ready for the first grade. The first thing you'll need to do is type in your name and press Enter. Choose a day from the list above. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 9. Saturn. Apples. Blue. Today is Sunday. I am 9 years old. Today I learned about the planet Saturn. I like to eat apples. My favorite color is blue. Greetings, I'm Gregory Woodpecker. Welcome to the first grade forest. Meet my forest friends and visit their tree houses to play cool games and win prizes. And check out that pile of wood over there. That's going to be your tree house. All the prizes you earn will appear inside it. So go build! Test your aim at the Acorn Arcade. Howdy, folks. Sammy Squirrel here. Step right up to the Acorn Arcade, where launching acorns is our game. Now all you have to do is click on the moving card that matches the sound you hear. If you need to hear the sound again, click on my acorn megaphone. For every correct hit, a magic acorn will light up. When all 4 magic acorns are lit, it's time for the bonus round.
Hi, I'm Marcy Mouse, your Acorn Arcade assistant.
Good luck!
Find the picture that begins with the sound vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom. Vest. Find the picture that begins with the sound vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom. Vest. Find the word that begins with the sound z, z, z. Z. Zebra. Find the word that begins with the sound t, t, t. Table. It's time to rhyme. Find the picture that rhymes with hook. Hook rhymes with book.
Awesome! Step right up and pick your prize. Click on any of these sensational toys and it'll magically appear in your treehouse. I like that one too.
Find the picture that begins with the sound b, b, b. B. Bird. Find the picture that begins with the sound z, z, z. Zebra. Find the word that begins with the sound t, t, t. 10. Find the word that begins with the sound k, k, k. Cat. It's time to rhyme. Find the picture that rhymes with log. Log rhymes with dog.
Awesome! Step right up and pick your prize. Click on any of these sensational toys and it'll magically appear in your treehouse. Great choice!
Find the picture that begins with the sound whale. Find the picture that begins with the sound bull, bull, bull. Bull block. Find the word that begins with the sound burr, burr, burr. Burr. Brush. Find the word that begins with the sound gull, gull, gull. Gull. Globe. It's time to rhyme. Find the picture that rhymes with block. Block rhymes with clock.
Awesome! Step right up and pick your prize. Click on any of these sensational toys and it'll magically appear in your treehouse. Great choice!
Find the picture that begins with the sound sh, sh, sh. Sh. Shell. Find the picture that begins with the sound grr, grr, grr. Grr. Grass. Find the word that begins with the sound sk, sk, sk. Sk. Ski. Find the word that begins with the sound grr, grr, grr. Grr. Grass. It's time to rhyme. Find the picture that rhymes with dog. Dog rhymes with frog.
Awesome! Step right up and pick your prize. Click on any of these sensational toys and it'll magically appear in your treehouse. Great choice!
Find the picture that makes this short O sound.
Science Exploratory.
Welcome to the Science Exploratory. My name is Professor Lenny Lizard. Click around my laboratory to discover interesting facts and experiments. Estimation Station. Welcome to my laboratory. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 9. Perfect. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 6. That's exactly right. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 6. You've calculated the contents of that container correctly. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 9. You've calculated the contents of that container correctly. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 3. Perfect! Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 4. That's exactly right. Great work. Let's try something tougher. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 14. Perfect. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 18. You've calculated the contents of that container correctly. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 19. That's exactly right. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 15. Perfect. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 19. You've calculated the contents of that container correctly. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 15. That's exactly right. I think you're ready to try something harder. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 28. You've calculated the contents of that container correctly. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 15. Perfect! Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 15. That's exactly right. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 24. You've calculated the contents of that container correctly. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 28. That's exactly right. Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 25. Perfect! Estimate how many of these will fit into this container. 15. Perfect! Great work! Look for one of these amazing animals in your treehouse. Rocks. Click on one of the rocks below to learn some fun facts. Pumice. Pumice is lava that becomes bubbly as it cools and hardens. Pumice is so light that it can actually float in water. Granite. Granite is an igneous rock. Melted rock that cools becomes igneous rock. Granite often appears light and speckled. It can be seen in colors such as gray, white, pink, and tan. Granite is hard and strong. It is used in constructing buildings and monuments. Salt. Salt is a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary means made of settled matter in water. All salt comes from the sea. Rock salt in the ground tells us that once an ancient sea was there. Salt has been used in foods for thousands of years. Quartz. Quartz is an igneous rock. Melted rock that cools becomes igneous rock. Quartz is a mineral made of six-sided crystals. Quartz is translucent, which means you can see light through it. It can be clear, smoky, brown, violet, or rose. Coal. Coal is a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary means that it is made of settled matter in water. Coal is a form of fuel. It is organic, which means it started out as plant material. Some people burn coal to heat their homes. Sandstone. Sandstone is a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary means that it is made of settled matter in water. Sandstone is made of grains of sand that have been cemented together by water and time. Sandstone comes in many colors, such as white, gray, yellow, or dark red. Basalt. Basalt is an igneous rock. Melted rock that cools becomes igneous rock. Basalt is really lava that has cooled. If you find basalt, there is probably a volcano nearby. Its color ranges from greenish to very dark gray. Slate. Slate is a metamorphic rock. Metamorphic means made from something else. Slate is packed mud and other organic material such as old plants. The compacted material is called shale. Slate is really shale that has been recrystallized. Planets. Click on one of the pictures below to learn fun facts about planets in our solar system. Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. It is very hot and dry. Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. Sometimes you can see Venus in the early evening sky. Earth. Earth is the third planet from the Sun. 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered in water. Earth has one moon. Its name is Luna. Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun. It is sometimes called the Red Planet. Mars has 2 moons. Their names are Phobos and Deimos. Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. It is the biggest of all the planets in our solar system. Jupiter's surface is striped. Jupiter has faint rings around it. The rings are made of small grains of rock. It has 16 known moons. Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun. It has many rings around it. The rings are made of chunks of ice. Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun. It looks green and blue. Uranus has 15 moons and 11 rings. The rings are made of rocks and ice. Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun. It looks blue and has faint rings around it. Neptune has 8 known moons, 7 small ones, and 1 big one. Its name is Triton. Pluto. Pluto is the 9th planet from the Sun. It is the smallest planet in our solar system. It has a moon called Charon. Greenhouse. Venus flytrap. Venus flytraps are different than normal plants. They eat bugs. Let's see how they work. First, place the magnifying glass over the plant so we can see it up close. This is the trap that traps the bugs. Click on the lid of the bug jar for it to open. Grab a fly with the tweezers and drag it over to the plant's trap and watch it go. Slide the time bar for an instant replay. Great work! Check out your treehouse for your own plant. Don't forget to water it. Sunflower, Helianthus decapitalis. All plants need sun. Some plants need more than others. Sunflowers like the sun so much, they will face and follow the sun as it travels across the sky. Did you know that birds and people eat sunflower seeds? Carrot. Carrots are vegetables. The part of the carrot that we eat is the root of the plant. Can you think of other parts of a plant that we can eat? Leaves, lettuce and cabbage, flowers, dandelions and pansies, seeds, lima beans and peas. Carnation. Plants need water. This experiment is going to show us that plants drink water. The first thing we need to do is add drops of colored dye to the water. Click and drag a bottle of dye to the vase and click again to add the drops. When you're done coloring the water, slide the time bar to see what happens. Careful, for this experiment, you can only add 3 drops of dye. See how the water travels through the stem and petals of the carnation. Click on the bottles of dye if you would like to perform the experiment again. Carnation. Dianthus. A carnation is a perennial. Perennial means it grows in your garden year after year and rests through the winter months. A plant that lives for only one season is called an annual. The color wheel. Primary colors. Red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors. Secondary colors. orange, green, and purple are secondary colors. By mixing two primary colors, you can create a secondary color. Red plus blue equals purple. Red plus yellow equals orange. Blue plus yellow equals green. So long. Come back again. Thanks for visiting my laboratory.
Hunt for treasure on Rachel's pirate ship.
Ahoy, matey! Welcome aboard my treehouse. My name is Rachel Raccoon, and I'll be your first mate. And this is my trusty parrot, Crackers. You can click around my treehouse to explore, or click on the pile of maps to start our adventure. Compass rose. A compass rose shows direction on a map. N stands for north. S stands for south. E stands for east. W stands for west. Let's search for buried treasure by reading a map and following directions. Listen to the directions, then click on the arrow buttons to move your pirate ship to the correct coordinates. After all the directions have been followed, you'll receive a pirate's bounty. Let's find the key. You need to go 1 east. East. You need to go 5 north. North. You need to go 2 east. East. Let's find the treasure map. You need to go 1 west. West. You need to go 4 south. South. You need to go 1 east. East. You need to go 3 south. South. You need to go 4 east. East. Let's find the treasure. You need to go 1 east. East. You need to go 1 south. South. You need to go 1 east. East. You need to go 4 south. South. Shiver me timbers! Look at all that loot! Pick out a treasure for your treehouse. Awesome! I bet that will look great in your treehouse. Now, let's search for the key without instructions. West. North. East. Let's search for the map without instructions. West. North. East. North. East. Now, try to hunt for the treasure without instructions. East. North. East. Shiver me timbers! Look at all that loot! Pick out a treasure for your treehouse. Awesome! I bet that will look great in your treehouse. Now, you can create your own list of directions. Look at the map carefully. Click on the directions you'll need to get to the key. Let's find the key. South. East. South. East. Go! Let's find the treasure map. West. North. West. North. West. Go! Let's find the treasure. East. South. West. Go! Awesome! Now choose your reward. Awesome! I bet that will look great in your treehouse. Now, let's search for the key without instructions. West. North. West. Let's search for the map without instructions. West. North. West. South. West. Now, try to hunt for the treasure without instructions. Map. Maps look like a picture of a place taken from an airplane. Maps can show land, water, roads, and cities. Looking at the directions on a map can tell you which way to go. There are 4 main directions: north, south, east, and west. On most maps, north is on top, south is at the bottom, east is to the right, and west is to the left.
Geoboard Castle.
Welcome to my castle, noble guests. My name is Lady Leanna. Click on the geoboard to draw shapes and complete patterns. Look at the shapes above. You need to complete the pattern by connecting the dots below to form the missing shape. Click on the blinking peg to start drawing your first line. Continue clicking on the correct dots to form the missing shape. When you're finished, click on the Done button. Click and drag your shape into the blank above to see your finished pattern. Excellent! Let's play again. Super! Let's play again. Super! Now let's try something harder. Click on the correct color on the palette, then click on the shape to color it. Red. Super! Let's play again. Orange. Outstanding! Let's play again. Yellow. Super! Now let's try something harder. Fill the blanks in the pattern by clicking and dragging shapes from the board. When you're finished, click on the Done button. Excellent! Excellent! Outstanding! 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 Great work! I dubbed the head shape maker. Look for your special shape crown inside your treehouse.
Check out what's for sale at Buster's Bargains.
Howdy ho, I'm Buster Bear. Welcome to my store. Click and drag the item you want to buy off the branch and put it on the counter. This item costs 2 cents. You can pay for it by clicking and dragging coins to me that equal the amount shown on the price tag. If you've paid too much, just click on the minus button. When you've paid me the correct amount, click on the Done button. If you need to hear the price again, click on the price tag. Way to go! This item costs 18 cents. Great job! This item costs 7 cents. Super! That's going to look great in your treehouse. Now let's try something harder. Click and drag the item you want to buy off the branch and put it on the counter. This item costs 90 cents. Super! That's going to look great in your treehouse. This item costs 25 cents. Great job! This item costs 80 cents. Way to go! Now let's try something harder. Drag the item that equals the amount of change below and place it onto the counter. This item costs 80 cents. Great job! This item costs 95 cents. Excellent! This item costs 30 cents. Way to go! Now let's try something even harder. Can you find the two items that when added together equal the amount of change below and place them on the counter? This item costs 20 cents. This item costs 40 cents. Great job! Now pay for your toys. Awesome! This item costs 10 cents. This item costs 5 cents. Great job! Now pay for your toys. Awesome! This item costs 20 cents. This item costs 35 cents. Great job! Now pay for your toys. Way to go! This item costs 50 cents. This item costs 25 cents. Great job! Now pay for your toys. Excellent!
The Haunted Clock Tower.
Hello there. I must have dozed off. Bad sleep during the day, you know. In my treehouse, you're gonna learn how to tell time. Telling time is something you can really sink your teeth into. Click on the clocks for some time-telling fun. This is a digital clock. A digital clock uses numbers to show what time it is. This is an analog clock. An analog clock uses a big hand and a little hand to show what time it is. The little hand tells the hours. The big hand tells the minutes. Now it's time to help me set the clock. Can you set this clock to match the time shown on the one below? To set this clock, click and drag the big and little hands. Click on the red bat button to hear the time again. Click on the done button when you're done. Ready, set, go! At 5 o'clock, I brush my teeth. At 7 o'clock, I eat dinner. At 11 o'clock, I get my mail. Great job! Let's try something harder. At 9:30, I go to the library. Oh boy, I'm gonna get 10 books. At 5:30, I start my violin lesson. At 11:30, I eat breakfast. Great job! Let's try something harder. At 6:45, I practice playing my violin. At 12:45, I like to read a book.
Jumped from the crow's nest. Reaching for his sword, he pounced onto the enemy.
At 9:15, I play at my computer. Great job! Let's try something harder. At 4:45, I watch my favorite TV show.
South Channel to Hudson Canyon.
At 12:30, I wash my car. At 1:45, I play You really know how to tell time. Look for your very own clock in your treehouse. Click on the clock that matches the time shown on the clock below, and then click on the Done button. Super Batty, 2 o'clock. Awesome, totally cool. 8 o'clock. Sweet. 3 o'clock. Great job. Let's try something harder. Yowza! 1:30. Sweet. 4:30. Awesome, totally cool. 8:30. Great job. Let's try something harder. Sweet. 3:45. Super Batty. 11:15. Awesome, totally cool. 8:45. Great job. Let's try something harder. Whoa, hey, you're really good at this. 7:15. Awesome, totally cool. 9:45. Telling time, terrific. 4:30.
The Jammin' Hut.
Welcome to the Jammin' Hut. First, you'll need to decide if you'd like to listen and learn or play on your own. Play on your own. Choose an animal you'd like to play with. Click on the Done button when you're done. Click on the animals to play sounds and create a song. Click on the Play button to hear your song again. Click on the New button if you'd like to create a different song.
Rabbit, rabbit, dog. Rabbit, rabbit, dog. Rabbit, rabbit, dog. Rabbit, rabbit, dog.
That song was sensational. You're a super song maker. Cool tune. Cool tune. soon. That song was sensational. You're a super song maker. Listen and learn. Listen to the animals carefully, then click on them in the same order that they played. Have fun! Great job! Awesome!
Go build. That's going to be your treehouse. Gregory Woodpecker at your service. If it's broke, I can fix it. Now it's time for you to build a treehouse of your very own. Click and drag the 3 pieces of wood onto the front of the treehouse. Then click and stick the 6 nails onto the wood. Use the hammer to hammer in the nails. When you're done, click on the Done button. Great job! You're a master carpenter. Now it's time to paint your treehouse. Click on a pattern you would like to paint onto your treehouse. Grab the paintbrush to paint it on. Click the arrow button on the bucket to see more patterns. When you're done painting, click on the Done button. Your treehouse looks awesome! Now it's time to decorate! You can change the roof, side panels, door, and windows just by clicking on them. You can decorate with the stickers in the bucket. Just click and drag them onto your treehouse. Click the arrow button on the bucket to see more stickers. When you're done decorating, click on the Done button. Click on the door of your treehouse if you'd like to go inside and play. Choose a day from the list above. Sunday. Skills Matrix. My name is Webster Wordsworth Wormington III. Welcome to my humble treehouse. Click on my book to make a poster. I just love to read, don't you? You need to read the sentences and follow the directions in order to make a poster. Read sentence number 1, then find the correct object and place it on your poster. Click on the sentence if you would like it read aloud. Ready? Here it goes. Gingerbread people. Diamond. 1. Diamond. 2. Circle. Smile. Click on the sentence that describes the poster. The gingerbread person is happy. That poster looks good enough to eat. Have a sunny day. Sun. Flower. 1. Flower. 2. Flower. 3. Flower. 4. Butterfly. It is sunny. Doggone it, you've done a great job. Well done. Let's try something a little more challenging. Mama bird and her babies. Nest. Egg. 1. Egg. 2. Egg. 3. Bird. Butterfly. Leaf. 1. Leaf. 2. Leaf. 3. The bird laid eggs. Your poster is superb. Let's make a snowman. Circle. 1. Circle. 2. Circle. 3. Eyes and a nose. Smile. Scarf. Hat. The snowman is happy. Cool poster. Well done. Let's try something a little more challenging. Clowning around. No. Funny lips. Diamond. 1. Diamond. 2. Hat. Circle. 1. Circle. 2. The clown is happy. When it comes to making posters, you don't clown around. Dress the bunny. Hat. Scarf. Mittens. Boots. Sled. Bunny is dressed for winter. Cool poster. Camping. Tent. Campfire. Moon. Owl. Fox. We are camping. Cool poster. Come fly with me. Circle. Square. Star. 1. Star. 2. Diamond. 1. Diamond. 2. Diamond. 3. Girl. Boy. We are flying in the sky. Your poster is superb. Build a house. Square. Triangle. Door. Window. 1. Window. 2. Chimney. Flower pot. This is a house. You're a master carpenter. Change the weather. Sun. Cloud. 1. Cloud. 2. Raindrops. Lightning. This is a stormy day. Great job! Circus fun.
Flag. Bear. Ball. 1. Ball. 2. Ball. 3. Hat. Hat. Skirt. The bear is in the circus. When it comes to making posters, you don't clown around. My goldfish and me. Castle. Goldfish. 1. Goldfish. 2. Goldfish. 3. Box. Seashell. Seashell. Jewels. My goldfish bowl. Way to go! Underwater. Plant. Pearl. Fish. Seahorse. Starfish. We are in the ocean. Way to go! Dog fun. Doghouse. Dog. Bird. Tree. Flower. 1. Flower. 2. The dog is resting. Doggone it, you've done a great job. Build an animal. Head. Horn. 1. Horn. 2. Tail. Spike. 1. Spike. 2. Spike. 3. Leg. 1. Leg. 2. Leg. 3. Leg. 4. This is a dinosaur. Your poster is superb. Old King Cole. Excellent poster making. Choose one of the posters you've made for your treehouse. I think that poster will look outstanding in your treehouse. Are you sure you want to quit? Okay, maybe next time we can visit Rachel Raccoon and hunt for buried treasure.